Well, just with the way you look at the game film, when you don't win, even if it's a very close game, you analyze each and every play and decision and think, what if we had done that differently, changed defenses, ran that play. When you win, you feel more comfortable with the result, feel like things worked out. So, I hope that can help us a little bit. We'll try a couple of different things. We're so familiar with one another, and they're so good defensively. I don't know how much of an impact that'll have, but we'll certainly look at it and try to change some things that we felt that we could have done better the first time that we didn't do well enough to win.
Do you think your depth on the bench has led to kind of some second half struggles towards the second half of the year?
Well, I think our depth is improving in terms of my comfort level with everybody there. I think with the level of ability of our guys and how much they're improving. Julius Johnson had probably the best game of his career the other night. Sal has really come on and played well. I think Matt Grace has really played well. So I feel like, VCU's depth is incredibly impressive. I think ours is improving, and I think it can help us in a game like this.
When you face a defense like that, the second time around, what are some things that you can do to kind of avoid the problems that last time you had hoped to avoid live ball turnovers and maybe you didn't do it as much as you well as you hoped? How do you kind of correct that this time?
Well, one thing is obviously have to be prepared for the press, but what they're tremendous at this year is their half-court defense, and not only in getting stops, keeping your field goal percentage low, but getting turnovers. They're forcing a lot of turnovers. I think we have about the same amount of steals on the season, but they have forced more turnovers, and so they've taken a lot of charges. I think they took 6 against St. Louis, took 4 against us at the first game. Those kind of things can really disrupt you offensively. Hopefully, what we try to do generally can help us move the ball, have our players moving, make it hard for them to kind of just focus in on one area of the floor or one ball handler. But they make it a challenge. They're long, they're deep, they're fast, and they're very committed. That's the biggest thing. Very committed to playing physical defense, and it has really paid off for them because their numbers are tremendous, and obviously their record speaks for itself.
Coach, I think you guys have felt like you said, when you can capitalize on the threes, the shooting this year, that you can play with anyone, but at the same time, against George Mason, sometimes they don't fall. It's tough. How do you compete with VCU's perimeter defense?
Well, that's a great question. We're going to need to make some three-point shots, and most games you need to do that. But for them, they're so stingy, and it's hard to get clean looks all the time. But we're going to need to make some three-point shots, and we've done it. We've done it much better in conference play. But it's, we're not such a great shooting team. We can depend on making 8 to 12 for threes, but we're a good enough shooting team where that could happen. So I think just being comfortable with the shots that we get, taking care of the ball, passing the ball well, passing the ball at the right time will help those shooters make shots. And like I said, we're really going to need to do that.
Comparing your team from the last time you faced VCU to where you are today, have you seen improvement? Where's the good and the bad?
Yeah, I think we've had tremendous improvement. I think that I would say more guys contributing, and I would say because of our youth and guys gaining more experience and seasoning, that's where we really improved. I think Andre Gustafsson has shown to be a really potentially great defender, but a really good defender, somebody who can drive the ball to the basket. Jake Wojcik had a great game at LaSalle, 15 points, and our really good guys, or our sophomore class of guys, has played very well. So I think we're much better. I'm sure VCU is better also as they're more and more comfortable. They're shooting the ball better in conference play as it's gone on, which really helps a team with their kind of defense.
We talked about it yesterday a little bit at practice. I think we did a decent job of, handling their sets and the plays that they run, but we didn't guard the guys well. We handled the play, and we did a pretty good job at sniffing out some of their calls. But, we just got to guard guys, one-on-one better. We got to take it a little more personally in terms of each individual. And then I think we just need to be more fluid on offense. They did a great job of, making things uncomfortable for us, not letting us get into offense early in the shot clock. Obviously, their press helps out a lot with that. And just making the extra pass, they're really great at help side defense, making sure that any kind of layup is a tough layup, multiple guys in there, so just making that extra pass out, I think will get us a lot of open looks.
What's been the problem with holding leads? Has it been a question of depth, or is it something else?
Yeah, I'm sure depth probably plays a part. guys getting tired, run down, but it's a mental thing. We have to lock in and focus at the end of games, wherever it may be, and just holding that lead and maintaining it. And a lot of that comes on me and Jacob being the leaders of the team, and it's just something we got to do a better job at.
Grant, sometimes younger guys can kind of get caught up in the moment with a big game like this. As a leader, what do you say to them to keep them focused in the game?
Anything you can say to them, it's a lot easier to just say it, but you just got to try and tell them it's just another game, man. Obviously, there's going to be way more people here than usual, like always, but it really is, man. It all comes down to your game plan and if you execute it or not, just like any other game. So if we're able to do that, then it'll give us a good opportunity to win.
Are there enough memories from winning here last year to carry over into what needs to be done or should be done here tomorrow afternoon?
Nah. I mean, we don't try and think about that last year. It's a totally different team, and they are 100 times better defense. They were really good defensively last year, and they're even 100 times better this year. They're truly unbelievable when it comes to defense. So, like I said, different team, different personnel, different style of play. So it's a lot different than last year.
After playing the team, obviously, it makes it different. I think we have a good idea of what their defense is going to be like. Obviously, coming in, you can't really simulate what their defense is going to be like, but now we have a pretty good idea. And I think we just got to come out and be more aggressive. There was times where we broke the pressure and kind of brought the ball back, where I think we need to go more and try and get buckets in transition, I guess.
Jacob, do Marcus Evans' comments last game about not focusing on you defensively, does that add some extra motivation tomorrow?
We'll see.
What can you put your finger on what happened the other night at George Mason? The first 6-7 minutes looked so sharp, and then it turned into a kind of grinded out rock fight.
We stopped getting stops early on. We got a couple stops and kind of just started running with it. Our offense kind of just came from our defense, and then we stopped getting stops, and they kind of just went on a run, and then we got stagnant. They guard us really well. I think they're a really good defensive team, honestly, and they guard us really well. It was the first time I think I'd seen a team not really double Grant besides VCU. But even they digged, but they did a really good job.
Can you put your finger on why you and Livingston and Kyer, none of you had really good games the other night, and how you take that moving forward?
I can't really pinpoint it. Obviously, they had guys step up. We had guys step up too. Julius played pretty well. I mean, he was about the only one, but he played really well. And obviously, they had guys step up too. So I mean, just gotta take it for what it is, and hopefully, it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. How do you try to rebound from that?
Just stay aggressive. Obviously, I missed a lot of shots I normally make. I feel like I got a lot of looks that I liked. Just got to keep shooting them.
How much better do you feel you shoot in this building as opposed to any others?
I'm a fan of this building. It's just a kind of a comfort thing. Obviously, we practice here. We don't have to go to a practice gym or anything like that. We're always in here, so it's just kind of a comfort level.
Your rivalry game against VCU, do you feel like you feed off the extra crowd a little bit more?
Last year, I think I did a lot. I think it played a big impact in the game. But this year, I kind of just take it for it's another game. You don't want to get too amped up. Shots start to wave that way, or a little long, little short, just because of the crowd. I mean, just kind of got to take it for what it is. Just another game.